What's going on, everyone? So we're working on our little custom Jasper 360. As I mentioned, I'm going to do the raindrop effect, which I've done on this panel here. So you can see there is still droplets of water all over the top. So what you do is I just poked a little hole, or a few holes in a cap of like a water bottle, and just kind of spritzed it all over. You want to get some more medium-sized drops, like this little section here is really good. You want to try to avoid getting big puddles like that. It'll just kind of run and do weird stuff. And then I took a yellow, painted it one direction. You literally want to go like horizontal like this. Dust it that direction. And then I just took a white color and dusted it the opposite direction. And then it's very important to just let it sit. Let all this water completely evaporate. And when it does that, it's going to look exactly the same. It's going to look like the water is still there. And then to really set this off, a really nice clear coat over it will make it actually look kind of wet. So that's what we're going to do there. We got a few other things to do on the inside of the console I want to show. And while these panels are drying, and I already painted the end pieces for this system, this yellow color here, as well as the DVD drive cover and fan tunnel. So it's pretty cool. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the fans, and the last few things are just stuff I'm waiting to show up in the mail, and then this system will be ready for a quick sale. Alright, we're here in the motherboard of our custom orange-white raindrop Jasper 360. So I dug through my other spare Xboxes to find one of these heat sinks. So we took out the aluminum one and put the copper back in there. We know this is going to dissipate heat a little bit better than the aluminum one. And this already had the copper one on here, so we're going to leave that, of course. So what else are we going to do in here? Well, I don't have any more Talus Moon fans. And I do still like to add a little more airflow, a little more cooling to these, even though, like I said, it's a Jasper. It should be fine. However, this one right now is hooked up to 12 volts on the DVD drive, and the stock fans are just crazy loud at 12 volts, louder than the DVD drive, especially with the pitch of sound. You can hear it clearly over whatever you're playing. So we're going to take this out, and I was originally going to put these two 60mm aluminum fans in there, but these are very old, and although they're new to me, as in I bought them, you know, in the package, they're still very old, and one of these squeaks really bad. So I tried to lube it up a little bit. Doesn't seem to make a difference. And these are also really loud at 12 volts. At 5, they're okay, but since I have so many of these 40mm fans, I'm just going to throw 3 of these in here, just like the water-cooled one. But instead of a radiator being there, we're just going to put these in place of the fan. Have these at 5 volts, and they're UV, even though I don't have any more clear fan tunnels either. The inside of the fan tunnel is painted with the glow-in-the-dark, so we'll still have a nice little glow effect. Ever since I did the glow-in-the-dark paint on the first Xbox I like using that when I can, so I put it on the inside of the fan tunnel. Other than that, you'll probably see these glow a little bit out the back, but like I said, there's a regular fan tunnel that's painted orange, so you won't see like this yellow or red color glowing in there. So that's what we're going to do there. I'm going to get a 3-way splitter to connect up all those fans. And then we will also probably get the orange temperature display. This is the first build where the orange temperature display pretty much kind of matches the theme. So we'll add that in there. Same thing as the eyeball Xbox. We're going to put it underneath the fan so you can read it through. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the inside. Other than that, I might add another either UV LED strip or a couple of the UV just random LEDs to put in here. Our DVD drive is painted white. I'll probably find maybe a couple stickers or something that matches the theme to put on there. When the fan comes in, it's the same one as the eyeball Xbox, but I'm going to take the blue LEDs out and put the UV LEDs in there. So we'll have the UV in here, top will be UV, and maybe we'll have another strip in the back or something just to help make the inside glow a little bit more. We'll have a new ring of light board. It'll have purple in the middle and then white and yellow on the ring. And that is pretty much it on the inside of this one. So before I get into doing that, I'm going to go ahead and put the clear coat on our side panels. All the water has evaporated. I let that sit overnight. It looks pretty good, but it's going to look a lot better when we add the gloss over it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll do all of our wiring in here, and then we'll be pretty much done. Alright guys, before we get into that wiring, I just want to show the clear coat. This is still going to need a few days to cure, which is fine because I'm waiting on parts anyway, but yeah, there you go. And it's completely smooth. I mean, there might be a couple little hiccups here or there. This isn't the best place to paint for some reason. There's like always dust and stuff falling down. But anyway, here we go. So I'm bringing this inside to let it fully cure. We've got a room with a little vent that goes outside. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it kind of looks like piss, but anyway, let's get to the wiring. Alright, so these are the fans we're using here. Got them just kind of mocked up. Make sure they're centered. You can just use the holes in the back to mount them. I may have to flip the screws around. I've got these in here now just to test fit. We'll throw a shell on here, make sure it clears those. If not, we can flip the screws the other direction. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark out the center here on each of these and just cut away the metal frame right where the actual blades are, just for a little bit more direct airflow for those. And then we'll put a strip of foam along the bottom, fill in this gap, and then probably the same up top just to kind of tighten that up there, a little bit gaps there. It's our fan tunnels, so you'll be able to see them right here. And like I said, the inside of the fan tunnel has the glow-in-the-dark paint, and these fans have the UV light, so when it's off you should be able to see it kind of glow through. These do look really cool. That's why I really like the Talus Moon fans or the clear fan tunnels, especially when you have the aluminum heatsink here that takes up this entire section. With light coming through, it just looks really cool shining through the blades there on the heatsink. But anyway, I'll go ahead and mark that off. And then next thing up, we've got a wiring harness. Kind of stole a few parts off the Stealth 360, but this is important here. This is our adapter, okay? The 3-pin on the 360 motherboards is different than a standard 3-pin, so you can't just plug one of these fans into it. It won't work. So basically this plugs into the motherboard, and then these red and black wires become switched behind this tape here. Red becomes black, black becomes red. Now this is a standard 3-pin. Now you can plug this in. Now where we're going in the stock motherboard plug-in is 5 volts, which is perfect. These fans are pretty loud at 12 volts, but at 5 volts they're perfect, and they still move plenty of air. So that's what this is. And then this is just a splitter for 3 pins. We can plug all 3 of these in, and then that'll be all set. We'll plug in, we've got the harness that's on here that's already spliced into the DVD drive there. I'll probably use that and plug in the giant fan on top. Those, even at 12 volts, are still pretty much silent, so this should be a very quiet system. I did notice when I was testing it out as well that this DVD drive didn't seem to be as obnoxious as most 360s are, so that's nice. I kind of want to experiment with maybe putting some kind of sound deadening inside different areas and see if I can make it even quieter. But anyway, that's that. And then last thing we got to do is wire up a 5-volt source, which, I mean, this is, I guess I can make another splice in here or something for the temperature display. However, this could fluctuate in voltage and burn out the monitor, so we might just go right into the DVD drive cable, 5 volts, set that all up, and then that's everything. And then we can go ahead and put it all back together and work on the hard drive, which the window's already cut, it's already painted. I just need to put the plexiglass in there, put some UV LEDs in there, and then everything else we're just waiting on some more parts. I'm waiting on a controller lot from eBay to come in, a few shells, and a big fan and stuff like that. So there we go. Alright, got this partly back together. Whoops, that was weird. Okay, go ahead and turn it on, make sure the fans are working. Got everything plugged in over here. Yeah, that definitely moves way more air than the stock fans. Honestly, it feels at least as strong as hooking the stock fans up to 12 volts, which you know is extremely loud. So to have that much airflow, you can barely hear it. That's great. So just wire up the monitor, and then we can keep assembling. Alright, so spliced in here, we can put our temperature display in. I don't want to quite put it in yet. I want to let the paint finish curing. So that's pretty much everything else we got to do is let the paint finish curing, finish assembling. I got to put the LEDs in the hard drive, and I'm pretty sure I have a 120 gigabyte, or at least 120 gigabyte hard drive this will come with, so I got to put that together. But next video we will have hopefully some of the parts in the mail and the paint cured enough to start putting it together and see what it looks like with the LEDs. So that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.